Exactly how much clearer do you want me to be?
That makes me so livid I could cry. That disgusting human being who happens to be the Mayor of London, who also happens to hold the title of the Police and Crime Commissioner as part of...
I've just spelt it out. Are you not listening? It's the sort of gangs that groom young girls at a young age for money from lots of... And can you stop interrupting? It's very rude.
Can I?
I think that you get a lot of money, and I would not call it...
Khan's two-tier faux outrage and hypocrisy has been once again exposed.
Just one further question on Palestine action. You're a human rights lawyer in a former life. Is the government wrong to be ordering the arrest of pensioners simply for holding up placards?
Look, I've got a huge sympathy for those protesting about what's happening in Gaza and trying to bring that to the attention of people in positions of power and influence in this country and overseas. I've not seen the evidence the Home Secretary saw when she made the decision to prescribe Palestine action. Thankfully, we've got a process in this country of checks and balances, so that decision can be checked by judges in the High Court and then subsequently Court of Appeal and Supreme Court. In the meantime, it is the law. This group, whether we agree with it or not, has been prescribed.
Hundreds of arrests at some of those protests, by the way, and he couldn't bring himself to unequivocally condemn the Palestine marches, could he? Well, Sadiq Khan is, in my opinion, the most divisive elected politician in the United Kingdom. The mayor, who has spent the last 3 days deliberately hurling slurs and smears at anyone he disagrees politically with, has today got the utter cheek to claim the President of the United States of America is the divisive one. Just cast your minds back to 2 weeks ago, Notting Hill carnage, I meant Carnival, that saw 167 arrests for drug offences, 50 for possession of an offensive weapon, 21 sexual offences, 4 for violence with injury and 49 for other violence, 55 arrests for assaults on police officers and a major proactive police operation with 100 people arrested, as well as the seizure of 11 firearms and more than 40.
But diddly squat is not what you get. You get an awful lot of money from lots of... And can you stop interrupting? It's very rude.
Member Hall.
Thank you. Diddly squat. Diddly squat. £21 billion budget. I hardly would call that diddly squat. And we look at just yesterday, and you got 235 million from Mark Harper, our boroughs did, and thank goodness they're giving it mainly to the boroughs because it can't be squandered by you. But all I would say to you, Mr. Mayor, is that anybody that regards a budget of £21 billion as diddly squat really has no understanding at all of money. Thank you, Chair.
Well, Chair, let me respond to that question, which I know as an impartial Chair you'll allow me to do.
There needs to be a question, yeah.
So the government takes every year from London, £500 million in road tax. £500 million in road tax. Over 10 years, that comes to £5 billion. They're giving us back not £5 billion, they're giving us back just over £200 million. The government has cancelled its contribution towards High Speed 2 Euston Station, £6.5 billion. They're not giving us back £6.5 billion, they're giving us back just over £200 million. And so we are receiving a fraction of the money the government's taken away from us. Some will accept that with a smile and a photograph. Others will say that's wrong, and I think Londoners are with me rather than her.
Well, I think you're absolutely wrong there. If you look at the bailouts, if you look at the extra money coming in everywhere, if you look at the list goes on and on. I haven't got the time to sit like you do and just reel off loads of money. But diddly squat is not what you get. You get an awful lot of money from lots of... And can you stop interrupting? It's very rude.
Can I?
I think that you get a lot of money, and I would not call it... Exactly how much clearer do you want me to be?
That makes me so livid I could cry. That disgusting human being who happens to be the Mayor of London, who also happens to hold the title of the Police and Crime Commissioner as part of that role, that responsibility, obfuscating, gaslighting, bullying, belittling. These are little girls, underage minors, being raped by gangs in our capital city. You do not play games over this. If this was anybody else in any other position of authority, that clip alone should have seen his head roll. London Mayor, you're a disgrace. You're disgusting. You do not deserve to be in that position. Not when the welfare, the well-being, the dignity, the integrity, the safety and the innocence of children in the capital city is at stake. You are the most deplorable, despicable, horrible human being to answer that question like that. Now you get back in that seat, you answer the question properly, you get the stats, you hold the police to account. That is what you're supposed to be doing. That is what I'm paying you to do. As someone who pays taxes, living in London, I should expect no less. The country should expect no less. You disgust me. Right, I've got that off my chest. Let's speak now.
Who inspire me every day to continue our mission of building a fairer, safer and greener London. And in what I hope will be a year of great change, a future Labour government led by Keir Starmer working with us in City Hall will mean we can go much further and accomplish so much more.
With the Susan Hall set jaw there tensed in the background. And now, former Home Secretary Suella Braverman has said that Rishi Sunak must change his political course to remain in power, as there is no time to change the Tory leader.